This planet is blessed with a wonderful, rich variety of flowers. Flowers of various colors, flowers of various shapes and sizes, flowers of various sweet aromas. But to me, one of the most fascinating flowers is the sunflower. The sunflower is like a large face that looks like the sun, and I always thought that is why it was called the sunflower. Then I went to Europe to live. When I got to Hungary, I saw sunflowers there too, and I asked what they were called in that country. I was told that its Hungarian name is napraforgó, the thing that turns its face to the sun. In Italy, I asked what it is called there, and was told its name is the girasole, which means the same thing, that which turns to the sun. When I asked why it is called by that name, I learned a lesson in botany. Apparently the buds, the baby sunflowers, are always facing the sun. In the morning they face the east to look up at the sun, and as the sun progresses across the sky, so do the faces of these wonderful little buds. From east to west, their little faces follow the sun until they become a mature flower, by which time they have been staring at the sun for so long that they begin to look like the sun. When they are a mature flower, they no longer move their little faces, but they always face east towards the rising sun, so that they may be kissed in the morning by its first rays. I thought to myself, what a beautiful way to live life, always drawn toward the source of that life. I was reminded of the old Beatles song from 1964. One day you'll find that I have gone, but tomorrow may rain, so I'll follow the sun. That's what sunflower buds do. They follow the sun until they become more and more an image of that sun. The sunflower originated here in the New World, but they have become very popular all across the globe. The sunflower was the symbol of the sun god for the Aztecs as well as for the Incas, and their priests used to wear the image of the sunflower upon their vestments, reminding the people where the light and the warmth and the power comes from. Tomorrow may rain, so I'll follow the sun. Isn't that the way we as children of God should live our lives? Always with God before our eyes, always pointed in the direction of God, knowing that we are standing on this earth, but knowing too that we do not belong to this earth, knowing where the light, the warmth, the power comes from. Isn't that the way to live our lives? To be directed so much toward God that we come to look more and more like God. The Christ himself never forgot where he came from. He lived for 33 years on this earth, but knew that he did not belong to this earth, knew that he had come from above, and knew that he was to return to the heavens. That is what we celebrate on the feast of the Ascension, his return to the heights, his return to the Father. We too live perhaps 20 years on this earth, perhaps 50 years, perhaps 100 years, but that's all. We are not from the earth, nor do we belong to the earth. We belong to something so much higher. We belong to the heavens, and that is how we live, with our eyes fixed on God. There is a beautiful phrase attributed to the great artist and scientist Leonardo da Vinci. Once you have tasted flight, you will walk the earth with your eyes turned skywards, for it is there that you have been, and it is there that you long to return. That is why during our earthly sojourn, during those 20 or 50 or 100 years on this earth, we enjoy the things of the earth, but burning deep inside our heart is always a homesickness for something beyond, a homesickness for something higher, a homesickness for the heavens. Let's live our lives like the sunflower, our eyes fixed on the things of above. What values do we instill in our children? How often do we find children excelling in school, but unable to say the Our Father? Something higher has been neglected. So much pressure is exerted to focus on a career, and that is good. Yet there is a career beyond what the work week offers. Sports, too, always a beautiful part of life, have now become in some places an obsession that takes precedence over everything, even on Sunday mornings. What type of values are we truly instilling into our children? Are we setting their eyes on the earth alone, or are we letting them see the heavens? Are we allowing them to be the budding sunflowers they were created to be? A mother plants the seed of new life firmly in the ground, that her child may stand firm on this earth and blossom. But that is not the most important task of the mother. As the great spiritual writer C.S. Lewis used to say, aim for heaven and you get earth thrown in. Aim for earth and you get neither. A mother points her children toward the sun, gives them a life directed at God, that they may realize that they belong not to the earth, but to the heavens, that they may live their life with God always before their eyes, that they may be nourished with that divine warmth and light. It is in this way that we become more and more an image of the God who gives us life. What flower shall we present to our mother on this her day? Let us give her the sunflower of our life, planted by her hands in the right direction, and always smiling upwards at the heights to which we too will ascend. Like the beetles, like the Christ himself, none of us is destined to remain forever on this earth. All of us are destined for something so much higher. One day you'll find that I have gone, but tomorrow may rain, so I'll follow the sun.